Hey everyone, Marco here, and these are my weekly comic pools. Starting off with Daredevil number 26. This is the King in Black tie-in. I'm not currently reading Daredevil. I do hear it's pretty good though. So it's one of those that it's like, oh, I kind of want to get into, but it's on number 26. So do I really want to find all the copies of the other books and track it down? Something really cool about this one though, I went ahead and picked up, well, a couple more covers, but starting with this cover because they connect. I hope you can see it on screen there, but I thought that was a pretty cool little connecting cover. Because in the story, without spoiling anything, Daredevil's got his own stuff going on, and Elektra's got her own stuff going on. Now, granted, neither one of them are in these costumes, but for the sake of a good-looking, two-part cover, you put them in their classic costumes. And then I also picked up Strange Academy number 7. Now, I'm actually haven't read any Strange Academy yet. I have it all, though, and I do plan on reading it. I'm trying to catch up on this and Darth Vader at the moment. So hopefully very soon I will read this. I have 7 of them now. And it's a cool looking comic. I don't know too much about these characters. I know that's Dormammu's son. So something happened to him, and he's got a cool looking face there on Strange. Pretty neat cover. And I actually didn't read too many comics this week, which is maybe fine because maybe it gives me a chance to read Strange Academy or Darth Vader or something. The rest of these are just going to be additional covers and stuff like that. So I did pick up the second printing of High Republic. Now this is from the insert panel. It's one of the last pages. I forget. It's like, one of the last few panels there on number 1. And I just really like the book. Value-wise, I don't know if it's going to do anything. It might end up being, maybe a $10 book or something. Nothing crazy. It's not going to be the first one. Not even the first one's that great. It's that cover C that is worth money. But I just thought it was a cool cover. I'm a cover junkie, So on to more cover junkie stuff. We have the Xenomorph covers. This week we have Wolverine, and I just love how he is completely stabbing into the Xenomorph, and the acid is falling on him, and it's just this cool... Just really cool, pretty dark shot, but it's got, I don't know, it's got some cool elements going on to it. I love that the acid's, burning Wolverine, but Wolverine doesn't care. He's out here for blood, I guess, or acid blood. And then we got another one here. This is the X-Men. Pretty cool one here. Probably one of my lesser favorites, but it's got a unique style to it, and I can appreciate it. I'm going to try to power through these because we're actually going to talk about something different today. So this is my third copy of Daredevil I picked up, which I do like, kind of like the sonar and like how this is like kind of how Daredevil sees, and you got the Xenomorph here in the background sneaking up on him. Oops, almost dropped it. We got the Fantastic Four here fighting a queen busting out of the ground, which is pretty neat. Like this one. And those are all the ones from this week that I picked up. Now granted, I'm sure you picked up other things and you're reading other things, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments. But it's also that time for the previews. And there were some cool things in here. So first of all, the cover. Venom number 200. Now this is, if you're confused, you're like, we're not on 300 or 200. We're on like 32 or 33 or something should be the next issue. So how do they jump into 200? This is the legacy number. So it's all Venom titles that have existed before that are strictly called Venom. They'll start over as volumes, but they hold a legacy number. Like right here, Fantastic Four has a legacy number. And that just means that, this isn't the first volume of Fantastic Four. This is 28, however, it's 673 for the legacy number. But as I was saying with this, Venom 200, so it says end of an era, and as you get into it talks about it a little bit. It says things will change forever and blah, 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 completely new Venom or something like that. It doesn't go, doesn't tell you any spoilers or anything, but he's got the Necro Sword there, which is kind of interesting. I don't know when this falls in line, and, I don't know what's going to be going on in the King of Black storyline and everything that's going on at that point, but, and granted, this could just be a cool cover. Maybe they just, put him up here with this. But he's also got his wings out. He's got the Necro Sword. And I'm kind of thinking maybe he either unlocks more of his powers or maybe starts taking powers from Null or something possibly. I don't know. We'll find out. And with stuff like this, I've read here there's going to be a ton of store exclusive covers and stuff like that. So I'm excited to look for them. I don't know. I don't know what they look like yet. I haven't really done any research to see if any exist or whatever, or like any, if they've shown any. But if there's something's cool, I might end up picking it up. We'll see. So we got a little preview of a couple of things here. This is the Mighty Valkyries, which been reading the King of Black tie-in, so that had the Return of the Valkyries, which I think I've only read one issue, but I've quite enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good little intro. But this has Hela in the background, and I like Jane Foster as a Valkyrie, and I'm excited to see. So I went ahead and put this on my pull list. Go ahead and grab this, and I think this is just a little preview. It talks about it more inside here, but I think it's a little mini series. I can't remember how many numbers. So we got another King in Black tie-in. This is the Avengers. You got Blade. I can't see it backwards. That's right. I forgot. Oh yes, Namor. Obviously, Man-Thing on the shoulder, and I think that's Dracula. Although I'm not sure. It looks like some vampires in the back. I guess they're gonna be banding together to fight some symbiotes. And this is the panel. You got a couple covers here for Venom 200. And like I said, it talks about it a little bit. If you go to your local comic shop, whether it's Pops Comics or somewhere else, pick up one of these. Because what happens is people never read these. I know. I work at a comic shop. I hand these to people. They don't read them. I beg you, please read them. Or just look through it. If something catches your eye, throw it on your pull list now. Because what happens is people don't pay attention to Star Wars: The High Republic, and suddenly everyone wants Star Wars: The High Republic, but it's too late. You could have put it on your pull list, got it for cover price, but you didn't. So go ahead, just take a few minutes looking through this. I love looking through these things. I added a few new books today. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to kind of go over everything that I thought was interesting. So we got, it's a 5-part series. Got some, some insert panels there, right there. I thought they were covers for a second. And I'm excited. Like I said, throw Hela on it, and I'm already interested. But like I said, I was enjoying the way the Return of the Valkyries. Now, granted, I don't know if this is the same writer or not. Did not pay attention, but I liked the way that it was written, and it had me intrigued. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Now, I haven't been reading the new Guardians of the Galaxy run. The only one I read was the King in Black tie-in. It was a pretty cool issue, and I really like this cover. I just think it's super sick, and I love that kind of style of Groot. I love that style of Groot where he's like kind of terrifying. In the movies he's very cute. Even when he's big, he's pretty cute. Even when he's murdering people, he's pretty cute. But in the comics, they're like, he's a terrifying tree monster. And then we got some more covers for Alien. This is number 2. Yeah, so Alien number 2, and they look fantastic. I'm trying to make sure they're in frame and not being glared on. But those look super sick. I'm very excited for Alien. I think it's going to be awesome. I don't know how I feel about this one. What's it called? Spider-Man. I am excited, though. This is, showing a cover for Black Knight. If you haven't already put Black Knight on your list, I'm excited for it. And he should be picking up more popularity when Eternals comes out, which I've always thought he was a cool character anyway. I don't know, a sword that can cut through anything is just kind of neat. But, after Eternals comes out and he becomes more well-known, you're going to be like, oh, I should have picked up Black Knight. And then we got 2 cool books here. We got Carnage. This is number 2, I think. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. And then we also have Beta Ray Bill. And I'm very excited to see. If you've been reading Thor, well, he just had a kind of unfortunate fight in Thor. So I'm excited to see. It was talking about him trying to get Stormbreaker back because Thor shattered that. I forget what issue it was. It was like Thor 3 or 4 or something like that of the new run. So, I don't know. Apparently Odin's coming back to life or something. I think that's supposed to be happening soon in the comics, in Thor comics. Ooh, okay, so we got, and I knew there was an Avengers Curse of the Man-Thing one-shot, and I was like, I love Man-Thing. I have 2, where's he at? I got 2 graded comics back there that are Man-Thing. Adventure into Fear 10, and then Man-Thing number 1, volume 2. But anyway, so I was like, it's cool. I'm excited, but I wish it wasn't a one shot. I was like, I wish I had more Man Thing, and they're giving me more. So they have Spider-Man, Curse of the Man Thing, which is pretty sick. I don't know how many of these they're going to be doing. I also saw something online that they're going to be doing Man Thing covers. I only saw like 3 of them. One of them I really liked, and the other 2, or maybe it was only 2, because I remember there was one I didn't really like, but the other one was like super sick. So yes, give me more Man Thing, please. Oh, this was kind of interesting. They're apparently doing a Clone Saga in Miles Morales, which could be interesting. We'll see. Hopefully, hopefully it's got to be better than the other one. And here's okay. So I'm kind of tempted to start Nonstop Spider-Man because I do like the art. I think the art is pretty sick. But it's like I don't know how long this series is going to run. I might start it. We'll see. I don't know. It's not on my list yet. I am reading Black Cat, and this looks like it's past the King in Black stuff. So it started in King in Black, and I've been reading it, and I think I'll continue, unless something pops up that makes me want to stop. But so far, I've been enjoying it. Yeah, this is what it was talking about. So right here, Thor 14. It's talking. This is the finale of Prey, and I think this is when Odin's supposed to come back. It talks about it a little bit here, but pretty cool cover with him standing. Donald Blake standing with defeated Asgardians. I think that's Beta Ray right there, and then the shadow or reflection almost of Thor in him. Here's High Republic number 4. Really cool. I know it's gonna be hard to see because it's so small, but I really like the variant cover there. The main cover is pretty cool too. I'm really curious what's going on with him. I can't wait till the second issue. But I do really like that. I don't know if it's a cover B or if it's whatever it's going to be. And then we got Vader and Bounty Hunters, both with pretty cool covers. So on Vader, we got him standing with, I don't know who those people are. Like I said, I'm not caught up on Vader. I haven't started Vader at all. But a bunch of some kind of, I assume they're Sith. They look like red. I don't know. It's kind of like a red aura around everything. I don't know if those are supposed to be red sabers or not. But then you got the Luke, I am your father here in the bottom, which I assume will have the like Empire Strikes Back logo or like border that they've been doing around it. And then on the Bounty Hunters, a really cool boss cover. And then the alternate cover there being shown is Vader and Luke fighting. Again, I know, kind of hard to see. Hopefully I'll get a new web camera. Hopefully this looks better in general. I added some lights, and I found out there are settings on my camera. So I didn't know I could mess with those, and I did a little bit. Hopefully it's looked a little better now. And then if you love good covers and stuff, you got some Stormbreaker stuff in here, kind of showing some more covers and things that they're working on. Gleason's been doing pretty good. Momoko's been doing pretty good. And actually, in general, I've been liking all the like Stormbreaker, like one per stores that they've been doing. I want to go back and get the King in Black one that had Venom on it. I really, really liked that one. I missed it when it came out, and I kind of regret it. I think I want that book. And that's going to be it for this week. Like I said, not too many books that I personally was reading. However, I'm sure there's some cool things that you're reading. I'd love to hear about them down below. Yell at me. Tell me, Marco, you should definitely be reading this book. It's really good. Why aren't you reading it? Marco, stop being a coward and actually start Daredevil or Spider-Man or whatever it is, because it's worth it. I want to hear those comments because you might actually persuade me to start getting into some books. That's what happened with Vader. I've been putting it off. Now, granted, Vader's not too far into it yet, but people were telling me it's really, really good, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to track down the issues. And again, I got a trade for that, and then been picking up a couple of the issues after that. But let me know what you're reading. I'd love to hear about it. New comics coming out next week, obviously. We'll be having a haul video at the end of the week. A WandaVision recap on Friday. I'll see you then.